Ooh. Wait.
There's more.
Y'all, I think it's working. I think we are technically live on the Local 12 YouTube
Big
channel.
Time.
Holy well moly. If you don't mind me saying, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi. This is After ARC with Bob and Jen. And
Producer Tanner.
Hi. So this is an experiment. This is something that's going to unfold literally before your eyes. If any of you ever used to hang out with us when we used to do Taco Tuesday, this is going to unfold in a very, very similar fashion. And at the beginning here, at least, Jen, what I'm going to try to do, I am going to try to take the link to this YouTube live broadcast and put it on my Facebook page and all of those kinds of things so people know how to find us.
Okay, I'm going to try to do
because
that.
right now we have a whopping one person watching.
It's me.
Oh, thanks.
I'm watching.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
I'm the problem.
Tanner, why aren't you watching? That's hurtful.
Well, actually, I'm not. I'm trying, but it says it's been removed. It still says that.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like that shouldn't happen. One of the things that we hope to do is sort of talk about a few of the stories that came up during ARC Cincinnati and why we feel like we want to talk about them more. Can I just get the ball rolling
Please.
with what's happening down at Brookie's?
There we are.
Down at Brookie's.
Brookie's. Is anybody, first of all, is anybody there?
3 people now.
I was going to say, there were some people in the waiting room.
Yeah, we had to boot them. We had to boot them because we couldn't.
Oh, we had to boot them.
We were having trouble with our stream, which, as you're using older equipment.
True. And when
our computers.
We were trying to double stream something, and you don't cross the streams.
Never.
You learned that from Ghostbusters.
And at the very end, though, if you have to, in order to take care of Gozer, you do what you got to do. And that's what we did. So Jen, did you find us?
I did.
How did you find us?
I don't know. It's magic.
Oh, I found us.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to grab that link. I'm going to share it. So people. Oh, I heard my voice. Where was my?
Oh, it's super exciting.
Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. So you should be able to comment in real time. Sorry, live chat is currently unavailable. Well, what? Why did they do that? We're learning.
We are.
It's a learning process.
Did people say no words?
Maybe.
And the chat got taken.
I wanted, you know what? If the no words happened, I was going to be
excited.
I was going to be pretty okay with it.
Yeah. I feel like my 11-year-old when I can be like,
I'm hitting this button. This is
up in the chat.
Pop out dashboard. What does that do?
That's exciting.
Oh. Right now it says excellent. 8 concurrent viewers.
Yay!
Double digits? Double digits that far away? Probably not.
Well, I sent this to my son.
Oh.
So
no. Is he a YouTube one of them YouTubers, one of them YouTube viewers? Watches a lot of the YouTube videos. That's what all the kids want to be now is a YouTuber.
So our goal here today is to try this out.
I see chat.
Whoa.
There's a chat.
Did you say anything?
Sandra Joyce.
What is that? Sandra?
She says hi, Art Gang.
Okay, well you just put yourself in charge of the chat.
Where did you even see it?
Yeah, you give me another job.
That used to be my job. Where did you even see it?
I'm sending it to the
local 12 says.
Oh look, there's plenty.
The chat is working.
Oh.
Tanner says, "Is this not working?" Sandra says, "Hi, Art Gang." Teresa says, "I'm here," and Molly says, "I'm here."
Oh my gosh.
And local 12.
You're all.
Our employer says the chat is working.
The chat, we just can't see it on our screen here.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We'll figure that out later.
I'll figure it out. I'll see here. Teresa says, "Hi, Bob and Jen." Well, hello. It's like Taco Tuesday days. We're all coming double digits.
Oh my gosh, we've crossed 10 people. Our chat rate is 4. I don't know what that means.
There were 2 people streaming the Diddy trial. So far we've surpassed it. Just saying. We're waiting for those results to come in.
Kind of a big deal. Okay, let's circle back to Brookie's.
Okay, yeah.
So there is a Queen of Hearts game happening at a little it's like a bar and grill. I think you can get food down there too. You've been there, right?
Yes.
Called Brookie's in Ripley. And they've been doing a Queen of Hearts game.
Yeah.
For those who do not know what a Queen of Hearts game is,
I had never heard of this before.
You start with a deck of cards, and what you do is you have people, they put in, how much was it? Do you guys remember? Like
it's $6
6 for 10.
10 tickets?
Yeah. Like, that's pretty good.
And you write down on your ticket, getting your name, your contact information, the stuff. And then you write down which of the cards, they put numbers on the back of all the cards. And then they put the cards face down on board. And you write down the number that you think is on the back of the Queen of Hearts card.
Okay.
If they draw your ticket, they then check that number.
Yes.
They flip it over. And if it's the Queen of Hearts, you get the pot. By that, I mean the money. Not like a big bag of pot, which would be a different prize. And I don't think you can give that away, frankly, without getting in trouble.
Well, there's this one place.
But that's a whole. But they have gone almost all the way through the deck of cards now. There's only 5 cards left, and because if someone doesn't get it, if they don't pick the correct, it just rolls over to the next week. The pot is at $1 million, and they're going to draw again tonight. I think you can buy raffle tickets until 7:10 p.m. 7:10 p.m.
Hey, can I just say things? Our friend Jeremy Moses is joining us live.
Jeremy, I thought you had to work today or something.
While I work. It's
Jeremy
like whistling
Moses.
while you work. It's listening while you work.
Doodly-doo.
I like to listen to a
I try.
podcast while working.
I do too. And Molly, I know the answer.
You're
to
writing
this.
the words I have to say, and you're listening to the podcast at the same time. Should that
That
concern
explains
me?
a lot.
Like, what are you listening to?
Just,
True crime. He's going to kill you one day.
I don't know. I like that.
Molly said, Bob, did you see the news about Red Panda?
Okay.
He won't. He
We should-
refuses to watch the video, Molly.
Molly, you know what? I appreciate you bringing this up, Molly, because I was notified of this either in the late night or early morning hours by our director of ARC Cincnnati, Ryan Henry, who's not in here with us right now. He sent me the corresponding video, and as Jen pointed out, I can't watch it. I cannot watch one of my heroes fall. I can't do it
It's hard.
because she is a gift to the world.
We know you love her.
She's
dearly.
flipping amazing.
Do you know who's a fan and who sent a message to her after the tumble?
Who?
Caitlin Clark and they were her and the Fever.
Really?
Her and the Fever
Really?
were in the locker room, and they sent a message. They're like, "We love you, Red Panda." Like,
Oh, didn't she hurt her wrist? Isn't the word that she hurt her wrist?
she hurt her, and the video of the fall, obviously. I mean, she's falling off a giant unicycle. It's not great, but
No.
it's really, it doesn't look as bad.
So you've watched.
I've watched it.
I won't watch it. Can I say hello to Sharon?
Please.
Beanhead's video game stuff. Says hi, Bob.
Beanheads?
Uh-huh. Mary Ling. She figured it out. Hi, Mary.
Mary,
Yes,
Mary, wait, Mary sent us. Where's the thing Mary sent?
Yes, Mary that sent me the necklace and you from Africa, and she was. Yep,
Mary sent us a
yep,
snap.
yep.
Mary sent us a snap. Yep,
That's me.
sure did. Thanks,
Yeah.
Mary. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you all for checking it out.
See?
We're talking about
We're-
stuff. What do you want to talk about?
We're learning together.
Yeah. YouTubes.
By the way, for those who don't know Red Panda, should I explain Red Panda?
Yeah.
Or do you think everybody knows?
Yeah.
Do you think
And
the
see,
13 people, 15 people who
Our
are here now?
goal
they know?
here is to maybe at one point we're figuring out how we can bring in some video to show you, like where we could say, "Oh, remember Red Panda?" and then we can be like, "Go to the
Now
go to
take
the
a look.
clip."
Take a look at the clip.
Working on that.
We don't. Yeah, we barely know how we're live right now. It's honestly a miracle,
They can send people to the moon,
but
in
not.
space,
Mm.
but somehow the interwebs here sometimes they don't function so well.
So, but
I think it's my electromagnetic.
I've heard people have trouble with that. That's real. I heard that somewhere.
It's me. I throw it's me.
Sure,
I have
Aura.
a problem. It's not Aura.
So Red
It's cleansing.
Panda, for those who are unaware, is a performer, the likes of which we are
The world will never see
fortunate
again.
to
Yeah.
be
in an era.
living in the same time as Red Panda. Often she performs during halftime of sporting events.
Mhm.
She comes out on a unicycle. I've seen her do it on varying heights. Here's where it gets crazy. She takes bowls, cereal-like bowls, but breakable, I think. Not like paper
Not
bowls.
like the kind I have at home, like the Corning Stone. Is that what it's called?
It's Veronica.
Not Veronica
Veronica.
Corning Stone
She'll put a stack of them on her foot,
or her head.
and she'll flip them up onto her head from her foot. Do you see? Do you see?
The brilliance.
It really. I cannot do justice to her brilliance. It's amazing. Red Panda once sent us a message because, circling back again to Ryan Henry, our director, he reached out to Red Panda's people
It was the greatest day.
and somehow got a response, and she sent us a video.
Yeah. And
To celebrate our 1-year anniversary of ARC.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
which happened in April. Mrs. Broom's science class is finally here. Mrs. Broom's.
Ms. Brooms?
Mhm.
Like the whole class is watching?
I don't know. It just says Ms. Broom's science class. And it says finally.
What?
She got in.
What scientific topic would you like us to talk about
Yeah.
to the children?
We like to talk about
All kinds of science.
We like to
It's the
talk about
latest.
space news
Oh, wait, this from CBS News.
on Red Panda.
Red Panda is a Chinese-American woman who comes from a family of performing acrobats. Her acts composed of riding on her custom-built unicycle, stretched about 8 feet above the court, balancing custom-made bowls on her lower leg before flipping them atop her head. Oh, that was Caitlin Clark. I saw strained groin, and I
That's
thought
Caitlin Clark.
that's Caitlin Clark,
But-
not her.
Um,
No immediate word on the extent of the
Mhm.
injuries. A WNBA source told ESPN after the game that she was taken to a hospital to be evaluated.
Oh, that's tough. It's scary. I hope she's okay. Dark
She
day.
was helped off the floor in a wheelchair. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it.
It's Lenora May is Mrs. Broom's science class. Not in class. I'm retired. Just-
Okay. Can I tell you guys someone that is watching right now?
Yeah.
My buddy Jimmy.
No, Pizzo's different than Jimmy.
Pizzo's but Jimmy knows Pizzo. Pizzo knows Jimmy.
But I met Jimmy. Is Jimmy the one in Los Angeles or was in Los Angeles I met?
Correct. You may have met his brother.
Oh.
Regardless.
Which is his brother?
Dave.
Wait.
Maybe you met Jimmy, but I think you met Dave.
I think
But
it
there-
was Jimmy.
Could have been.
Did I meet
Could have
you?
been both.
but they know each other.
Here's why this is important. Jimmy is one of my very best friends from early in my childhood to now.
Mhm.
Jimmy knows where the bodies are buried.
I was just gonna say,
Oh.
Jimmy can tell us some things.
He knows all of, not that we were terribly interesting or did horrible things by any stretch.
Where's Jimmy watching? Is he on the
Jimmy-
YouTubes or is
Jimmy-
he on the Facebooks?
Here's the second piece of
I mean, I guess he
information
would have to be on both.
that is huge.
Okay.
Jimmy's back in Cincinnati.
Oh, really?
He has
Oh.
lived in Los Angeles for 2 decades. Jim, why am I'm just telling all your business.
Right. Jeez.
And Jim is back in
Give his
Cincinnati
social
again.
security number out.
Very West Side though. You can't
so
escape.
I'm very excited that my friend Jimmy is back home.
Hello, B. Miguel.
Yeah.
Hello, Chessie.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't know that name. I've never heard the name. I've never heard the name
Maybe people
Chessie
are just joining
before.
us for the first time.
I love
We
it.
just like to chat about random
I love
things.
it. Okay, so we've talked about Red Panda.
Okay.
We've talked about Brookies, where you could maybe win $1 million tonight in a Queen of Hearts game. It's in Ripley, Ohio. If you guys want to head down there, what other intriguing things?
Can we talk about our viewer that appeared on
Jeopardy.
Eileen.
Island?
Eileen
Eileen.
was on Jeopardy.
Eileen was a gem. Eileen is
Seriously.
it's the kind of guest that you dream to have on. Very personable, very friendly, had great information on how one gets on Jeopardy. You put a video up
I did.
that had that part of the interview.
What I thought was interesting about it, because I didn't realize how long she had been applying to be on Jeopardy, and she
Yes.
told us that you can apparently take a test, an online test, only once a year.
Yep.
And she's been doing this for 10 years.
It's unbelievable.
And so one day on a whim, she thought, today's the day. I don't think I've done it this year. I think
crazy.
I'm in between some meetings at school. She's a teacher. I'll do it. So she took the test. Then didn't she say it was like 7 months later or something?
She had to take a proctor
she
test
got-
to resume.
Yeah. So she had to do another. She finally got, she's like, forgot about it, right? Like 7 months later,
Sure.
then she gets an email saying, you
Hey.
have qualified. We'd like to do the next step, which is you have to do a Zoom test
Right.
with one of the casting people or whatever to make sure that you're not cheating and that you actually you can answer
Right,
these questions. Then you had to go on to the next round, which is a Zoom mock Jeopardy. So they have you all and you're all playing in this group that could be cast or whatever. And then after that, didn't she say it was another like 3 or no, it could be another 2 years
You're just kind of
that you're in a pool
you're
of
in the hopper,
possible
yeah.
contestants. And then within those 2 years, they could pull your name at any time and say, it's your time. And she got that call
She did.
and she went. And then you know what we did not ask her?
Hmm.
When she filmed that versus when it aired. Or did she tell us? I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't know how long ago they
Yeah.
actually recorded.
I think
Yeah,
she
that's a
said
good
at some
question.
point, but I
I
can't
don't know.
remember. But anyways, her
Oh,
episode
fuck,
aired
man.
Monday night. And although she did not win what she would like to have, we thought she did great. she got on Jeopardy. As I said to her, how many people in the world can say that they've been on Jeopardy?
Yep.
Not very many.
Not very many.
But you did it, and you never know, they could call her back.
Right.
But I thought it was the whole process was interesting, and she's a delight. You
I
can
love
see why they picked her.
I sent the story to some people that I was on a pub trivia team.
Oh,
So if you're on a pub trivia team, take the test.
Let's do that deep dive. Let's talk about Tanner's pub trivia team. Did you assemble a team like the Avengers, where you got like sort of the best of the best in various categories?
Let's just say I've got engineer friends, and I'm not the engineer friend. But if it was music, current events, I was really good at.
Yeah.
Because I had to write it.
Right.
But it was at Murphy's Pub Thursday nights.
Well, you combine the current events and sort of the arts world
arts
that you
world?
lived in with some engineers.
Yeah.
You can put together a pretty
The
good
winner,
team.
the whole team, everybody on the team gets a $20 Murphy's Pub gift card.
nice.
Oh.
So,
That doesn't get used on the same night.
oh, yeah, definitely not.
Well, a guy that I know does the Cincinnati trivia, and I want to have him on in
Yeah.
August when they do their next
You know
one.
who has hosted a pub trivia thing before?
Who?
Chelsea Sick.
Okay. There
What?
you go.
Yeah, she's hosted trivia nights somewhere.
Good on
There
her.
we go.
That's fun.
Has she
That's
had her baby yet? It's like today.
I haven't heard.
She's due in like 2
She's
days.
due in 2 days.
One of our reporters here. Anyway,
She's good people, by the way.
she's
Love
phenomenal
Chelsea
people.
Sick.
Could I say hello to
Please say
Renee
hello.
Young? She said it took me so long to get on this,
But you did
but
it.
now I'm here. There's so many people. We're all learning together,
Right?
right?
Because we
Christopher Fuller is here. He says, whenever I think of, I always think of Weird Al whenever I hear the word Jeopardy.
Yep. I lost on Jeopardy.
Yep.
Yep. Fantastic. Any Weird Al references are
Jeff?
accepted here.
Palm is here.
Hi, Jeff.
He said, so happy to see this today. Teresa's here.
It is the tough task for us now, because we're going to try to do these on YouTube here on the
And Sweetie
Local
Lauren.
12 YouTube channel, is to try to get the awesomeness of the community that hangs out with us on Facebook. And it's a very, very happy place that somehow we have been fortunate enough to gather people into, you know what I mean?
Oh, Lauren. Bowie.
And if we can get those people to come over here for this, all the better. Because sometimes there are scary places on the interwebs.
There are some dark.
There's some
scary
stuff
places.
that goes on that I just, I won't talk about it.
Yeah. Sandra Joyce is here. It says this is such a treat.
Good, Sandra.
Thank you all for being here.
Yes.
It's fun to be on ARC Cincinnati at 8 a.m. weekdays on Star 64.
Yes.
You can join us there. And originally my goal was to try to be able to do something like this every day.
Yeah.
But that's difficult.
It is.
While you're doing the live televisions.
Yes.
Stuff
We will
happens.
get there. We will do it.
We have the
We're gonna-
technology.
we will
but
get
we
there
don't.
at some
There's
point.
actually
Oh, what do you know?
there might be,
Did you?
there might be stuff.
Did
Did
you
you
attend the training?
the tag
Shannon,
board
that we were
training?
supposed to attend? None of us did. Hopefully the boss is not watching, because
It's okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
How
That's
hard?
That's what we do. We just figure stuff out on our show.
Yeah.
We just do stuff, and we share things that, frankly, are not going to be shared as directly on other shows. For instance, when bad things happen with the teleprompter.
See, this would be the perfect opportunity to be like, go to the clip.
Go to
Yeah.
the clip.
I have almost, so he's already grabbed the clip. I almost posted that online.
Oh, I
yesterday.
didn't? Oh, you mean the original clip?
Yes, the
Oh,
original
yeah.
clip.
Well, yeah, because I had to play
You
it.
can post it.
So
don't worry.
we
funny.
there's a weird thing that happens within our teleprompter system, wherein if you leave ellipsis, 3 little dots, after a word, but it's connected to that word, and then you do not leave a space afterward,
The computer doesn't know that it's.
it doesn't know what to do. And so on the teleprompter, as words are scrolling up, it doesn't know where to split it. And so things come up that are very much not words, that your brain's like, I'll figure that out. And so yesterday, Jen
You're giving me so much credit.
created a place called,
No, person.
a person called Opentable. Opentable. Also known in some circles as open table. Opentable.
It sounds so stupid, but when you see it, when we gave people the look
It's
at the teleprompter and you could
Yes.
see it was
it's real.
open to, and then
Yes.
Violet, it looked like on the
Yep.
it looked like two separate words. And our prompters in Studio B are much smaller than
Yes.
ones in Studio A.
Just to make it a challenge.
Right. And sometimes they're a lot lighter. We throw all the challenges in there.
But I will share with all of you.
Ann said, hold
What?
on. Ann said, if I would have another child, I would name him Identify Ed.
And thank you
That
you
was
for giving
all-
me that segue.
That was also me.
So
Sorry.
yeah, Tanner is responsible for both of these ellipsis issues. So I had a similar issue.
Spacebar everyone's fault.
It was a situation where we were talking about a not so great person who had done a not so great thing, and that person's name was Identify Ed. Or had that merely been someone who was identified as something, which is what I should have said, identified. Instead, I created a new person and a new name,
And you
Identify
you
Ed.
did clock it until we were in a commercial break, and
I
I
had no
got
idea.
your ear, and I'm like, you
Oh,
know?
he didn't get it.
He didn't get it
No.
at all until we were in commercial.
Because-
Usually you're the fastest.
It was early, so I was up there by
Right,
myself.
right.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like
So
4:30.
And the thing is, sometimes you read this stuff beforehand and it looks fine in the scripts when
like
you're
on our
reading it
computer
on the
screen,
computer,
not
but not in the
teleprompter.
teleprompter. So anyway,
But anyway, if you find yourself out on some sort of family outing, you're at a park, the zoo, an amusement park of some kind, and suddenly you're introduced to a man named Identify Ed, get clear.
Yeah.
Because they will take you to a pentablade, and then you are really in
Yeah.
trouble.
you know, you just mentioned amusement parks. That's another thing I'd like to talk about.
Please.
People getting stuck on.
Oh,
Oh,
First of all, the power was out at Kings Island the other day.
yes.
And it was apparently, did you hear why? That some sort of animal had chewed on some of the power lines or something?
like a rat.
I don't know. But an animal was the cause of the power outage. But then at Kings Island, that new ride that tips
Cedar
like
Point. Cedar Point.
what did I say?
Kings
Yeah, sorry, I meant Cedar Point. The new ride that tips
Is it the siren something?
The
Siren's
Siren
Curse or
Curse.
Sirens. So you can't see what I'm doing, but if you haven't seen it, so the roller coaster literally
Yeah.
doesn't it tip and then
It like all the way straight
you're
down,
literally like that, yeah.
and it's not connected to the track at that point. It has
Right.
to reconnect after it kablunk.
It got stuck
Yeah, in mid shablunk.
in Mitchablunk.
Yes, we like to. If you have not ever
We like to make up words.
spent time with us, we like to use words
Yeah.
like shabendeblunk for opent, oblay.
Jeff says, Identified. Wasn't he friends with Simplified and Amplified?
They're actually cousins.
Mhm.
They're a wily bunch. You do not want to find yourself involved with them. If you find out your kids are hanging out with that crew,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What do you all want to talk about? What other good stories did we have? We had George Foster on.
That's
George
good.
Foster is just the nicest,
Delightful.
funniest.
Spitfire. Oh, you should
he
have
is a
heard.
Spitfire.
You should have heard him in the green room. He was cutting up.
That's where the real
He's
magic
funny.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the-
I wasn't worried, but I was like, oh, he's gonna have some stuff to say when he
Yeah.
gets on in front of this camera.
Yeah.
Hey, as I'm looking at both of you watching the video on your phones,
Mhm.
I like that we don't look as green on your phones as we look on the screen here. Don't we look sort of like we have a weird hue, like an odd hue, like the tint is wrong?
Like it's like a
There's
little
something wrong.
fuzzy.
But it doesn't, like on the phones, it doesn't look so bad.
I prefer the fuzzy. It blurs certain things, certain features out, and then I'm ready to get rid of. Anyway,
Anywho.
Lenora May says my brother got stuck upside down on the Screaming Demon that used to be at Kings Island.
Whoa.
You guys remember Screaming Demon?
I remember it.
It
but I
literally
don't know.
went
That-
shoot, brrr,
That might
up,
have
and
been
then
the-
shoot, brrr, back.
And her brother was stuck upside down. Oh, it's all blue. Christopher said. Oh, it's all the blue. All the blue.
It's making
Yes.
us look
It's
green.
Making
making
us-
us look green.
But on your phones, it doesn't look that way.
Oh, it doesn't look too bad.
My phone might also be dirty.
That's the spirit. Can I read you guys one of my dad jokes?
Yeah.
No.
To be or not to be a horse rider, that's equestrian.
Because equestrian. I was an
Like horses.
equestrian.
Like that's,
You horse girl?
I was. Yeah. I was an equestrian.
it sounds like a superhero you don't want.
Horse
to be.
girl?
Horse girl.
She Gallop at the speed of sound.
I'm a horse girl. I would like to be a horse girl.
Horse girl?
Yeah.
I was in rodeos.
Would you like to be in a, like, you had the capability of communicating with horses, or would you like horse-like powers?
Like, do I have to pick?
Yeah.
Oh,
Would you rather have horsepower, or would you rather be able to communicate with horses?
I would rather, I'm sure for like purposes of filming and going, if we're doing like a movie for the girl, having powers of a horse would be more visually interesting.
And conducive to fighting crime.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I would love to be able to communicate with horses, which sometimes I think like I can actually do.
I was just about to ask you that question. Don't you already feel like you're kind of there?
I do. Well, especially my horse, I do feel like we communicated. But
Like you do.
but I think the power to communicate with horses, then I could use them for good. And I don't know.
Tame the wild horses.
Yeah. Horse whisperer, Chris. You're right.
Oh.
Whisperer.
Yeah. Is that your Christopher?
Nope.
Oh.
Christopher Fuller.
He
I sent
he
it
would
to
be
my.
saying, Skibbity,
I sent it to my Christopher. And he
Skibbity,
is
these
not.
people don't have
It's fun.
Riz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need him back on. My son came on and taught us
We lack Riz.
all the different slang terms right now for that, like it's hip with like the 10 and 11-year-olds. And there's a whole group of them now. New group of words that we're gonna have to have him back for.
They're going right through the words. Did we go through slang that fast? Why am I looking at you?
This is funny.
Yes,
Lenora said.
you know when we were young
Lenora
at
said.
the same time together?
Oh, shut up, young person. Lenora May says, seeing who has ridden on the horses, I don't want to hear what the horse has to say.
Oh, Lenora.
Have you ever done one of those like horse tours, like rental horses?
I've gone on like a little trail horse, like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
around a little thing. Maybe Gatlinburg.
They seem a little sad.
Right.
It kind of bummed me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if you have to walk the same
Yeah.
trail every
But also
day.
we did one of those tours, but we were in rodeo, so we had horses. So I'm like, why are we on vacation renting a horse? We have
Right.
4 at home.
Because it was trail horses. Whatever.
Since you brought up your rodeo experience a couple of times now, what was your rodeo strength, your rodeo expertise? What was happening there? Because I think it's important that people know.
Sheep riding.
I didn't know you could ride a sheep.
You read it? Yeah.
You're little guy, right?
I was so, yeah, I didn't get past, I didn't
'cause
get
that
past the sheep.
That would hurt.
I was mostly there to play in the dirt with my action figures.
Like kids in like Little League.
Yeah. Oh,
Like the little kids in Little
my
League.
my older brother was like a state champion roper. Like would rope
Did he
calf
graduate
roper.
from sheep to something else?
He graduated. He did it like through high school.
Huh.
I did not. I stopped at like age 9. I did goat tying. Goat
Goat tying. I thought you
Goat
meant
tying.
goat time.
Goat tying. Yeah.
Oh.
You tied hog tied its feet together.
Oh. Did you have to ride something and catch the goat?
No, he just ran up, caught the goat. Just ran, caught the goat.
Laughing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was not very good. That's why I stopped doing it
Mhm.
and just played in the dirt instead.
That's all right. We're not all built for.
We're not all built for that.
goat roping.
The chat is full of dad jokes right now.
Oh,
So I love it. This
Well,
is the first time I've been able to say like the chat. I feel like my
We're
son
in-
would be so proud of me.
we're in the chat.
Yeah. Hit me up in the chat. Which Lauren says, a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey." The horse says, "Sure."
Ha! Hey, I like that. That's good. That's good. Is there anything else we need to be talking about?
Christopher says, "What brand of underwear do scientists wear?"
Do tell.
Calvin Klein.
Kelvin. Wow.
Can we talk about some of the stuff we're gonna talk about tomorrow? A little tease
Fleet.
ahead.
Oh, I like it. Do it.
Tease ahead.
What are we talking about tomorrow?
We are talking with one of the organizers of the North Side Rock and Roll Carnival. I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been.
You should go.
Have you been to the parade?
I've been to the parade, and
Okay.
the parade is wild.
The parade is wild. The carnival can
Weird.
get even wilder. But the carnival is also family friendly earlier for the most part. But it's just a fun.
But that's even like in Mardi Gras in New
Right.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like during the day, a lot of
You
the
can
parade
do-
stuff
yeah.
is
Right.
very,
And
very
it's
family
not
friendly.
anything
and
like
by,
that later
by
either.
weird, I mostly mean like
fun and
fun
different.
and artistic, and
Yeah.
people are
Right.
have made these crazy paper mache
Right.
things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really fun. I mean, I took my son to the parade, and I lived in Northside for years. And
Well, and
Love
last
the
year it
parade.
almost didn't happen.
that's
Remember
right.
that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, between that and the old park fireworks
Right.
almost not happening. We have a couple of
Yeah.
4th of July things that have almost gone away, but they didn't.
We didn't.
They didn't. They didn't. They're still around. I don't want to say nothing, but we got up over 30 people.
Wow.
So
Renisha says this is her first time live with us. Welcome. We used to do this all the time. This is our first time on YouTube doing this, so we're
Yes.
kind of getting used to the chat and the.
and some kinks to work out.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. But we'll do that. We'll keep working on that. We'll keep working on the kinks.
Lenora May says future
Check
idea.
Lola.
My son drives an Uber and drives past your station all the time. You should do a day in the life of an Uber driver. I bet Uber drivers see some things.
I drove Uber a little in college.
Did you?
Yeah. It's hard. It's tough.
I bet it's tough,
It's a tough
in
job.
many different ways too. Like I would be scared to put
It's
just rando people in my
In your car.
car,
yeah.
you know?
But they can be as choosy as you are in terms of like if you're I mean I assume if you're a
Yeah.
driver and you see somebody who has never done an Uber before or if they've
Yeah.
been rated poorly, you might be
Yeah.
like, I don't think so. It's 2:00 in the morning.
I never did late night.
I
I always
did
did
that.
like
Allie has
afternoon.
joined us. Hello, Allie.
Hello, Allie. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
I was just proud of myself for doing my
I
first Uber.
I was just going to mention that. I'm
felt
very
so hip and young.
I've not
Felt so live.
I don't have
No,
an
I was afraid I
account.
was going to die the whole time, but I didn't.
But you
It's
did
not-
like a 5-star driver, I assume probably. You don't know.
I was. So it
You
was
don't have to-
outside the
you don't have
Louder
to
Than Life
pick.
concert, and I had my 17-year-old niece with me, and we the signal was so bad because so many were using. Like, have you ever been to a Bengals game?
And there, you can't
You can't get on your
even
phone.
if it says you have a signal, you don't
Right.
you don't have it.
So I was trying desperately. I'm like, I cannot mess this up. I cannot mess this up with my niece. And so we're standing outside the area where you're supposed to get your Uber.
She got in a ram.
No, I did not get in a random car, but I got in.
Don't-
There
it
was
tells you
there were
that-
taxi because there are still taxis, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So there was a taxi driver there, a guy that was standing there, and he was like, "Do you need a taxi?" And I was like, "I'm trying to get my phone to work. I'm like, on the Uber app, I'm trying, and nothing's happening." So I'm like, "Yes, sure, we'll take a taxi." And so I was going from downtown Columbus to where my mom lives and I grew up, which was probably going to take about a 15-minute ride, which is probably longer than they thought. Like, I think people around there were wanting like maybe a quick 5-minute ride or whatever. He's like, $100. And I'm like, $100 to go
Wow.
15 minutes? I said, the Uber thing says it's going to cost me $35. And he's like, Uber, blah, 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 blah. So we got out of that just in time. My phone was coming in. So I clicked the driver that was near. And then he looks at it.
That's
That was-
quite-
that
that's
was
quite
your
a
But it
story.
matched all the stuff. I
That
mean,
was
it
your
matched
very
his-
first one.
That was my very first one.
It's not hard. I've explained it to
Yeah.
I just haven't
my
done it.
I know we sound so old right now.
Like when I've
We do it all
needed
the
But,
time.
one,
yeah.
there's always been somebody there who already had it on. the
and I
phone.
live close to the downtown, so like I can take a 5-minute Uber to Great American Ballpark.
Oh no, are
And
we
you
getting
walk,
ads?
You walk a lot too.
I walk. A
What?
lot.
Wait a minute.
Not as
Yeah,
much.
no, I think so.
No, are there ads popping up during the middle of this?
believe
Oh,
so.
there are. There was a
Yeah.
TikTok that came up from.
There
Hold
are
on.
ad rolls. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There,
because we're on the local
I
12, so
forget
there
his
are.
name, but there is an Uber driver in the tri-state,
Yes.
and you order the Uber like normal, and you
Yeah.
get in the car, and he does like the game show. What's the game show on Discovery?
Oh yeah.
Oh, taxi, cab, some cab,
Cash Cab.
cash cab.
I wish I could remember this guy's name, but you got in there and the lights went off,
Yeah.
and he would just for fun, just like to keep you entertained while he's driving you to your
that's kinda
location.
fun.
Oh look, yeah, the ads popping up for me now
That's kind of fun.
because I'm trying to follow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some of us pay for premium, so
Well, this guy said he pays for premium. And I
Oh.
think he said, hold on.
He's probably upset with us then. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I'm not in charge.
we just work here.
We
You
just,
mean you're not getting the 70 cents we just made?
No.
This video. I'm just kidding.
no, I'm definitely not.
That's not what we're doing.
But I will tell you what, guys. I have an appointment to keep today. When we are like 10 after 11, which is a little bit longer than we had
Oh
planned.
my
to go
gosh, and I
anyway.
forgot I'm anchoring the new news, so I
Oh.
probably should go to
Oh,
You should probably go do some
actual
prep.
work.
Ba-da-ba.
Darn
So again, this is our very first time. We're going to try to maybe once a week, once every other week, something. It's now that you know how to find your way here. If it's new for you,
And,
I hope you'll hang out often.
we're going to see about maybe that way to possibly bring
Yeah.
in the video of some of the interviews and things that we've done. Because we get, if you haven't joined us at 8 a.m. on Star 64 weekdays for ARC Cincinnati, it's really fun. And
different.
we have great, like today we had an incredible interview with John Morswessel from the Cincinnati Pops Orchestra. He's just incredible. And we can do deep dives with people and
Feels much more podcast.
yeah,
you know?
and we get some really neat folks on. So we would love for you to join us. And you could do that on local12.com daily. It streams there, right?
I think so.
Yes.
As far as farther than
I think that's where my mom watches.
Sure.
She's one of our streamers.
Well, have a great day, everybody.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Join
We'll
us tomorrow.
see you on the TV, and then we'll see you back here sometime.
I'll see you on the TD at noon on Local 12. If you want to join me there.
Yep.
That's tease.
Ooh,
It is. He's writing seminar. I took one.
I'm titillated.